Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here today to check out a Patreon request from this patrono right here. The name of the band is fucking cool actually, Crystal Coffin. I wonder if it's from Swarovski's. And the name of the song is The Vortex of Earth and Death.
Damn.
God damn, isn't that a black hole?
Is it?
Well, that's kind of the vortex of earth and matter and death because everything ends, right? So I think this is a long way of saying black hole.
It's
like falling in reverse.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Up. We're just getting up. Yeah. I don't know. I'm getting that vibe here.
So I love it when bands do that shit where it's like they
overcomplicate something.
They overcomplicate. Yeah. It
sounds cooler though.
It sounds cool.
If you name your song Black Hole, it doesn't sound as cool as the vortex of earth and death.
But that's why it's funny. That's why it's funny to me because like Falling in Reverse, that's a cool name. But then when you realize that
it's just getting up,
it cheapens the entire thing.
I know, but this is like when you're doing your resume and you worked at Tim Hortons, and instead of saying cashier at Tim Hortons, you say
marketing representative
or sales representative of a multinational company.
Exactly.
It's exactly the same.
That's what I did.
You're not lying. You're just embellishing what the truth is. That's all. That's all it is to it.
I'm bullshitting, is what you're saying.
Yeah, technically. All right, so you want to check this out?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Hey.
Are they Canadian? They're gonna be Canadian.
Okay, well...
Come on. I told you, Canadians are fucking intelligent. Null and Void. Ken mode. Out September 22. Actually, just Void. Null already came out. God damn, that was pretty good.
That was more than pretty good, man.
Yeah, no, that was good.
That was like,
that was really good,
dude, and it did something that I fucking love, which in a song we did something in futility. It was, can't remember the words.
Exercise in Futility.
Exactly.
Magla or how, I don't know how to pronounce that.
I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know how to pronounce. But they did something that I absolutely love. It's when you have a fucking great riff, like amazing shit.
And you just milk it.
And you just milk it. And they did it a shit ton in that song, and they did it at the end in this song, like when you have it's because you overplay it to the point where it doesn't feel overplayed.
I know, it's like Linda the Plug with her husband's dick.
What,
she milks it.
She milks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say overplayed.
Oh, a little bit of that too, but mostly milked.
But yeah, it's even in that even in Nightbound from Tribulation, even in that song, it's the same thing where it's something so good, and you know it's good, you fucking know it's good, and you redo it over and over and over.
It doesn't get boring, though, because it's so good it doesn't get boring.
But it's so good that it doesn't feel overplayed.
No.
And there's some things out there that, oh, this feels overplayed in this song. Oh, they did this too much in this song, tone it down. But for some reason, certain bands, and I think it's more with the blackened genres, they're able to make riffs that you can play for hours, and I will not get bored. It's because of how much it's being played.
Because it's so
driven. It's so,
but it's also so welcoming. It's
very driven.
It brings you
creepy, welcoming vibe.
It's like it brings you in. You don't realize you're in, and then when
you're
in, you're like, "Fuck, whatever. I'm here." I'm just here. I'm just saying, like,
it's the blackened genre. Anything blackened, like it gives you that same vibe.
By the way, did you think it was going to be a band like this?
Oh, fuck no. I saw mutton chops and shit, and I'm like, holy shit.
I was like, yeah, this guy is rocking it. But anyways, Crystal Coffin, I didn't really think it was going... I honestly thought this was kind of going to go proggy, because the name of the song kind of has a little bit of a proggy vibe to it, so I thought this was going to be a little bit like... I don't know.
But no, man, it was fucking like...
Caligula's Horse or something like that.
No, but these Albertans and their shit... I'm only guessing.
Let's not guess.
They look pretty Saskatchewan-y.
Yeah, they look like they came from deep in Regina.
Calgary, somewhere.
Yeah, we all come from deep in Regina.
We all come from some Reginas.
Yeah, deep from within it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, just saying.
Yeah.
They have that look.
Yeah.
They have that deep Regina loving voice. They love that deep Regina.
They love the deep Regina.
I mean, who doesn't love
a deep Regina?
A deep Regina. So,
but yeah, like these guys, man, like you would never guess by looking at them, but these guys make some like crazy good, like, fuck, man, especially the genre itself. Like if I see these guys come on stage, this is the last genre I'm thinking. I'm thinking
not only that, but I'm also thinking that they're not going to sound this good.
I'm thinking like, okay, like maybe some groove, especially with the mutton chops, like.
No, maybe some like crusty punk or something.
No, a punk. Come on, he doesn't have a fucking anarchy thing on his back.
No, but like
this guy looks like he just came back from working on cars.
On tractors or trailers or something. But anyways, on
no disrespect, my guy.
No. What I'm saying to you is
rate the mutton chops.
when you think punk, you think like Sex Pistols punk. But there's more to punk than just that.
Whatever.
I'm talking about like crusty punk, like with some like grindcore elements, like noise.
I don't think so. When I saw it, I'm like, fuck, these guys are either gonna do some slam.
Yeah.
Some slam or some groove, some Pantera shit. Like I thought.
I'm not going to disagree totally.
Come on.
Yeah,
come on.
But Crystal Coffin, you're not going to get a Pantera
sounding. And I'm also not thinking Canadian. These guys come out. I'm looking for like the bandana, the what's it called? The South bandana and shit. Like I'm going full on old Pantera on this.
By the way, speaking of bandana, you're doing the signal like bandana in the back
in the back pocket. Yeah.
I went to see Pantera with Lamb of God, and that was like the redneck tour of the year. And the guitar player. From Lamb of God, his name escapes me at this moment. He had an American flag as a bandana dripping down from his back pocket. Dude, I know you're American. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this over nationalism thing, it never goes well. It always ends in a bad way. Like, history tells us that people who become over nationalist, regardless of whatever the nation is, shit never ends well for anybody.
I feel like no one loves their country more than Americans.
Yeah, but there's Canadian rednecks, it's the same shit.
Yeah, but I mean, like
during the World Cup, you see people with Canadian flags. Well, not this last one because they were there. But, okay, let's... Euro Cup next summer. People put their Italian flag, they'll put the Portuguese flag on the car, and then you have these guys with, like, fucking 10 Canadian flags. Dude, like, the country's not in the fucking Euro. What the fuck? And we know we're Canadian. Like, we're... I don't know, man. Like, I don't agree with a lot of things. Like, for example, I grew up where the national anthem was only played when the national teams were involved. Here, in this part of the world, any team is playing, the game starts with a national anthem.
When you go to school, it's the...
Yeah, I think it's over... Like, and we're getting off topic here, but it's just this over nationalism thing. Like, you know, be proud of where you come from. All of that shit is cool. Be proud of who you are, your ancestry. All of that shit is cool. But, like... You know, you don't have to rub that fucking flag on everybody's face all the time.
Especially because a lot of people who are here are not actually from...
I don't know. It would be like me being in a band going to tour in the U.S. and fucking have a bandana of a Canadian flag and a Canadian flag draped from my back pocket. Like, everybody knows I'm Canadian. I mean, what's... Like, what are you trying to say? Okay, because this is the question. One, why are you doing it? And two, what message are you trying to portray without actually saying it? Because I feel like
people would take it in the wrong.
Because I feel like you're trying to say something without actually saying it. Yeah. So you try to be like in between the lines. I'm telling you something about myself and my views without actually coming out and saying
I'm better than you.
What my views are, which to me is such a cowardly thing to do. If you have something to say, fucking say it, good or bad. But don't. No, come on, dude. Like,
no, because for me, it both two ways. Because, like, I feel like bands will do this from time to time. Like, you know, some bands
would be like me coming out with a shirt #8LM instead of BLM because the 8 kind of looks like a B. Like, I don't want to go all out and be all BLM shit.
But you know what I'm trying to put.
Yeah, so I go with an 8LM. Like, come on, dude. Come on. Like, either stand on the ground the hill that you're willing to die on,
they're like half-cocking
it. Yes, like to me, I don't like that shit.
They're like,
I don't like that shit because
they're kind of pregnant on their own views.
Because
is that what you're trying to say?
No, it's that they have their views, but they're afraid that if they say it, there's going to be backlash. So they're saying it in a subliminal way that those that share those views will get it, but those that don't share those views, kind of like. I think I know what he's doing.
I know exactly what he's doing.
But he's not really doing it.
I know exactly what he's doing, but he won't admit it.
So he's kind of like, come on, man. That's like...
You can never get this. Yeah, but... I don't know. For me,
these guys came out with the right look, with the right music, and no Canadian flags to be seen. So...
these guys are fucking great. No, but going back on that thing, man, like, you're making me think, because, like, some bands will bring out their flags, and I don't care. Like, bands from Europe that come here, when they have, like, a flag here and there, or especially on, like, festivals.
That's different, though. Like, you go to a festival, you know, you're representing your country, like, especially for countries that have, like, a small number of bands that play internationally. So, like, if Moonspell is at a festival in Germany at Wacken bringing out the Portuguese flag, that is fucking cool. That I don't have an issue with.
Because you're representing your country.
Yeah, but the U.S. has a fucking multitude of bands.
But if you're on tour...
everybody knows who Lamb of God is and where they're from, so what the fuck? Like,
I think it's accepted on a festival point of view, but maybe not a tour point of view, because people are going to your tour
they know who you are.
Exactly.
And it's accepted if you're a small band. Like, I went to see a band from Mexico on a big tour, and they were the opening band. If the ladies from that band, I can't remember the name of the band, but anyways, if the ladies came out with a Mexican flag after their set, I'm cool with that. Because they're a small band. I have no fucking clue where they're from, so they're repping their country, they're honest. I'm cool with that. What I'm not cool is, like, when you have that kind of platform, and everybody knows who you are, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And isn't it kind of disrespectful to put the flag in your fucking back pocket or have it as a bandana?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think it's a different thing if you bring it out after the show to take the picture with everybody. Like,
everybody knows who the fuck you are. Like, if they know where you're from, that only makes sense when you're, like, unknown. Like, when you're a small band. Like, you know, like at Wacken Metal Battle, and you know, like you want to represent the country that they're representing. There's a place for everything, but not everything has its place. You know what I mean? I don't know. Fuck.
It's just it's an overindulgence in themselves, is what it kind of is.
But to me, it's once again these days. And we're getting completely off topic.
Yeah,
here.
I don't know.
But I was at the Sepultura show, and somebody mentioned that. I was like, wow, like wearing, like a Brazilian friend of mine. I said, why aren't you wearing the Brazilian national team jersey? Because he was wearing like Vasco or Corinthians, whatever. And he said, because now wearing the national team jersey in Brazil is associated with right wing. Because it's an ultra-nationalist thing to do, to be at a non-soccer event wearing a national team jersey. So now they're wearing club jerseys because they don't want to be... They don't want to be, like, pointed at as, like, oh, that guy's a fascist.
That's crazy.
Like, which is like, fuck, how can you be fascist just because you're wearing the national team jersey? But anyways...
That's crazy.
So what I'm saying to you is that these days, the overused... The views out there is that the overuse of any flag of any flag, but the overuse of your national flag by certain people can be misconstrued as right wing. That's what I was trying to like navigate this conversation here, but that's what people.
You kept hitting roadblocks, but you found your way. Like,
yeah,
I understand.
The same way wearing a pride flag or a BLM flag is associated with the left, or a Che Guevara is associated with the left. The fucking country flag is associated with the right.
Which it shouldn't.
But this is happening in a multitude of countries.
Brazil one shocks me, but actually, you know what? It doesn't shock me that much because I told you I went
because the more nationalist people tend to be more on the right side of things versus the left.
But I told you this. I went to a baseball game recently, and there was.
You did?
This was like a month ago. Went to a baseball game. And there was people speaking Portuguese behind me. And I'm like, oh,
You dab.
I dab, but I understand what they're like. I know exactly they're speaking Portuguese, but I knew they're Brazilian because I have Brazilian friends. And it's the same. And I turn around and they're repping some obviously stuff to show that they're Brazilian, but it wasn't the Brazilian national team. It was a bunch of different clubs.
That's what I'm telling you.
It was like Atlético Mineiros. There was like 3 people with Botafogo jerseys and
a Vasco or whatever.
Yes, yeah. I'm like, holy shit! Like,
Palmeiras, whatever.
But I gave them. They all got happy when I said I like the Botafogo jersey because I guess they're really
nobody likes the Botafogo jersey. But anyways,
the Botafogo jersey is nice. Yeah. It's simple.
Yeah. Okay. I'm more of a Corinthians kind of guy.
Are you?
Yeah, because of all the letters they wrote.
That's a fucking good one.
So
that's a fucking good one.
What can I say?
All
right.
Palmeiras is also a good jersey.
No, too green for my taste.
Too green.
Yeah.
I think their older one is nicer.
I'm not a big green guy.
I like the older any
retro
any retro soccer jersey, but especially from the Brazilian league. They always look really good.
Even the modern ones, they have really good designs. Like, it's just too many. They just have too many sponsors.
But
the whole thing is a fucking walking billboard.
I think it's because they look very frilly back then. Like they look like those things of like.
I had a
like
Santos,
Jack Sparrow would wear.
Yeah,
yeah.
I had a Santos jersey at one point. I had a Neymar Santos jersey. That thing had more fucking sponsored logos on it than anything else.
But they're big, and I think that's what they're big and silky. I think that's what makes them cool.
Okay, before we call it a quits on this video, Crystal Coffin, fucking guys, rocked.
Great guys,
great song, dudes. This was good. No, this was fucking good.
Yeah,
song.
I definitely want to check out more of their stuff on the channel and just.
And we have to really figure it out if these guys are Canadian or not.
We went on the entire tangent, and they may just be Americans.
Well, the fact that they had the Canadian flag there at the beginning.
Maybe that's just their publishing.
I don't know, man.
Who knows?
Who would put a fucking Canadian thing there if they're not Canadian?
Maybe the people who are putting out the video are Canadian, and that's their thing. You never know.
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
Right?
Anyways, whatever they're from, it's irrelevant. Unless they're Canadian, then it's totally irrelevant. But I fucking dig this. This was good.
It's good.
This was fucking good.
It's really good.
This was good.
Sorry we went on
good
that
riffing.
tangent.
Good riffing. Good sound. And the vocals too.
His
the mutton
vocals,
chops.
Dude, his vocals were really good.
I didn't see that in him.
His vocals are really, really good, man.
But if I just look at him, like I didn't see. I didn't feel like he had that in him.
Like I said, slam. Like definitely slam or like something harsh coming from him.
Or groove.
Or groove, yeah.
Yeah. Like a little bit of Phil Anselmo, like.
Yes.
Like
that's what when I saw him. That's what I like. That's what you like in my brain, that's what you sound like. But this
No,
is
no, no.
fucking
This
great.
is better.
This is way better.
This is way better. I like this. This was a good Patreon request, I must say.
Really good.
This was fucking good. It's fucking good. All right. On that note, guys, we'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.